Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of World of Warcraft Classic. Robert Rambles here and thank you so much for joining me today. We are on the far western side of Duskwood. And this is where the pygmy spiders are at, and they're kind of a low level. Some of them are actually gray for us. But we do need 15 of them. And from the other spiders we can get gooey spider legs. I don't know if they also drop off the pygmy spiders or not, but we'll find out. And this is the camp we were looking for. Sven. So as I had thought, they're going to have some quest over here for us to do.
Light be with you.
These supplies will be most useful. The aid of the caravan family is always appreciated. Here is a little something for your trouble.
Light bless you.
So he immediately has a follow-up. Sven's revenge. I used to work one of the farms to the southeast, until dark riders from Deadwind Pass descended upon my farm and slaughtered my family when I was away. When I returned I saw a shadowy figure skulking near my barn, burying something. He fled before I could catch him, and I couldn't linger for I was hot on the heels of the dark riders, so I never discovered what was hidden. If you can find what the shadow figure buried, I would be grateful. A hiding spot is behind the old stump near my barn. Okay, we can do that for you. I feel bad for the guy. And Lars. Sven and Lars. Okay. I see what you did. Wolves at our heels. Sven and I have dangerous days ahead of us, what with the necromancer to the east and all. And out here alone as we are, we have to hunt our own food. It seems every time I'm heading back to camp with some meat on me, starving or rabid direwolves come out of the forest wanting a bite. It goes without saying, living out here is dangerous work. But if you can rid us of some of these wolves, we'd have an easier time of it. They mostly prowl north and east of here near the river. So we need to kill 12 starving direwolves and 8 rabid wolves.
See you later.
Let's think about tracking some of these things. We really need to knock out the spiders and the wolves first, because they are green. And also same with the dusky crab cakes, if we want to get any relevant experience for that one. Now where did he say these wolves were at? North and east of here, of course. Well, there's not much more to the west. So, of course, one's right in front of us. So, there's our answer. Pretty nearby. A couple of things I have done is I went to Stormwind and I've grabbed the next level of herbalism. And we still need to work on our alchemy, but now we can actually herb and we can be leveling that up while we're doing so. First aid, I was able to grab silk bandages, but I can't get the next level from the trainer in Stormwind. And I think that trainer might be in either South Shore or in Theramore. I'm not sure, but there's a specific trainer now that I have to find for first aid to get to the next level of it. So I'll have to figure out where they're at. But we can make silk bandages now, and we still have 21 heavy wool bandages. So we're in pretty good shape. Except for if we craft any silk, we won't be getting skill ups, which is not good. So I'm going to hold on to all the silk until we find that trainer. And by then we might have a substantial amount of silk. Yeah, see, some of these are gray, which, again, is not optimal. Hoping we can knock these out fast and that the rest of the quest here will be yellow and possibly orange so we can level into them. Hoping not to run into too many more green quests. Kinda wish there were some spiders hanging out amongst the wolves over here. Oh, hi. I'll pan out a little bit so we can see what's going on. Like that 2-pack right there. Oh, there are some spiders out this way. We'll see what kind it is. Either way, we can get gooey legs from it, or if it's a pygmy, we'll get some kill credit. We also have a quest to go back into the graveyard, but it is an orange quest, so I'm kind of holding off on it since we have all these greens. It's a kill quest, so we could probably make a group and get it done, but I'd rather wait until it's yellow at least, and we've knocked out all the greens. See, this pygmy spider also is level 19. Okay, so the pygmies can drop the gooey spider legs. That's pretty great for us. Pretty high density of wolves in the area, so it's not taking too much time to kill these even on our own, so I haven't grouped up with anybody. I've also kind of found right where the next zombies and ghouls are that we'll need to kill for the follow-up quest to the Night Watch. Oh, hello! Love how he didn't really aggro until he was right behind us. That was swell of him. Let's grab this one too, since he's going to aggro no matter what. Kind of the good thing about them being green is we can afford to pull multiple if we, it's not a big deal. Not that it really benefits us too. I don't know that it increases, we don't have a lot of AoE, so we're not really killing them any faster, but we're getting them tagged, and that's something. So we only need 6 more starving direwolves, so now we're going to have to be getting kind of specific with what we're looking for, especially because some of them are gray. I don't want to be fighting any gray mobs that I don't need to for a quest. What I've also noticed about this area is that it's kind of pretty bereft of herbs, which makes sense if the land is like tainted by an undead force, Oh, look at this, a quest.
Need something?
Abercrombie, the Hermit.
Good day to you.
Oh, what is a poor man to do? I need some supplies from Darkshire, but the village is so far away, and I am so old and feeble, I would never make the trip. Can you go to Darkshire and bring me back some ghost hair thread? You can get it from Madame Ava at her home on the Darkshire Square. Yeah, he's like, got broader shoulders than most people I see at the gym, but he's old and feeble. I love it. You just have to take it for what it is. So this guy needs some help. I feel like if you're a hermit and you're feeble, like your best bet would probably be to live closer to town, right? Like maybe you live in a shack but near town so you can hobble your way to get supplies. Living out in the middle of nowhere doesn't seem to do you any good. Speaking of herbs, bruiseweed. We got the next healing potion, so restores 280 to 360. Definitely need bruiseweed, but we also need briarthorn. And I don't know if we're in the same level area to get briarthorn, and there's not a lot of herbs here, so we'll have to wait and see. Well, it was cool to find a quest over here. I'm glad I walked all the way down, otherwise I guess we never would have found that quest. Which is kind of the really cool thing about Classic is that, vanilla rewarded exploration in a way that I don't really think Retail WoW does right now, although it's trying to with areas like the new Gnome area that they did in 8.2. I know that was kind of like a Timeless Isles-esque area, like back from the Pandaria, so kind of rewarding more open world explorative play. That's kind of cool. I didn't check it out, but this is rewarding us in a much more direct way by just hiding quests that we won't find. unless we explore these lands. Okay, what is this? Oak Mallet of Strength. Well, it's a two-hander, which we're not going to use, but I did get a comment that I need to be selling stuff on the auction house, and it's totally spot on because we're going to be broke by the time we hit 40, just from training our skills, and we're not going to get our mount for a while if we keep at it. So I'm going to make a more concerted effort to be putting some stuff on the auction house. I just don't know at this point in leveling, like, how many people have the gold to spend on low-level items. You know, because you get people spending a lot of gold on low-level items and a lot of silver on low-level items when they're rolling an alt. Which I would hope that not many people are at the point of rolling alts yet. Or they have a character with gold. So I don't feel like we stand to make a lot. But yeah, granted, we could be making more than just vendoring it, even if we only get like half a gold for every green. Haven't gotten any BOE blues. If it were a BOE blue, I'd be more interested in making sure it goes up on the auction house. I feel like you can get a little bit more for a blue, or obviously for an epic. That was a nice 126 crit on a white swing. We've got our deep wound going, so that's working. It's nice to see that pop up. That was our most recent talent point election. At least he had a leg for us. Starving, yep, we need 2 more starving wolves. And we'll start to make our way back to the west. We kill him so quick with our white swing, we rarely get to execute. Hopefully we'll find one more between here and there. Alright, we got all of our wolves slain. Let's turn this in, and undoubtedly it will chain into something, I would hope.
Hey there.
Oh good. You thinned out that pack quite a bit, and without those wolves nipping at our heels, we can bind our minds to dealing with Morbin Fell, or Morbent Fell. Here, take some of these flash bundles. They make them in town, and a lot have been donated to Sven to help with his cause. Flash bundle. What is this? Calls on a pillar of fire, burning all enemies. Yeah, okay. So like some AoE.
Safe travels.
Let's put that on our bar in case it is necessary to lay down some additional damage. That's great. So that didn't chain into anything. But we have Sven's Revenge we could check out. Behind the old stump near his barn. Where is your barn at? I used to work at one of the farms to the southeast. Okay. That could be anywhere from here to over here. Let's obviously head down directly south, and while we do that, we can fight some of these pygmy spiders and work on these 2 spider-related quests. And supplies in Darkshire is from the Hermit. Worgen of the Woods is for a quest giver back in town. Okay. I have all the quests straight in my head now. Mage Royal that I don't really think we need. Will it give us a skill up? Oh, there we go. You we do need, my ugly little friend. Let's see if this is dire. Yep, he's bold enough to aggro. Which means he too must meet his end. It hurts so much to miss on a heroic strike. That's a venom web. I want to stick mainly to finding the pygmies, since they can also drop the spider legs we need. Kind of do two things at once. And we'll hope that Sven's farm is somewhere down here in this direction as well. Although, like I said, it very well could be on the other side of the zone for all we know. Ah, we're gonna get this green recluse. Why are you here? We don't need you. Well, you could drop a leg, I guess. Be swell if you could do that. See, I feel like if we weren't going sword and board and didn't have points in the protection tree, that even pulling 2 greens could be more dangerous for us. Although you might argue that we could kill them faster. Maybe it just balances out, you know. To each their own preferred playstyle. We don't need venom webs. Well, I mean, unless we only need one more leg. I'm sure we'll get that from the rest of the pygmies we need if we find like a sizable habitation of pygmy spiders. We can keep going south and oh, we aggroed you. We can keep going south and see if there are any down there. And if not, we can go to Sven's hut and then we can clear some more spiders on the way back pretty easily, so that might be what we do, assuming his farm is down here, which we'll soon find out. So down here, this is marked as Adel's Stead. And I don't think it's the barn he worked at. The quest speaks of a stump behind the barn. And I'm not seeing a stump over here. But if we ever need to find young black ravagers, there's a lot of them. But this would be the barn. And as you can see, no stumps to be found. Just level 23 to 25 young ravagers. Black ravagers, to be specific. We'll take a look by the house itself, but it says the barn in the quest, so thinking this is just another spot we're going to be sent to at some point to fight some of these guys. Because no stumps around here, so that leaves this whole open area. I'm going to go check this out. We know it's not the cemetery. If it's in the south, it's got to be this middle part that we have yet to uncover, so I'm going to go look over there and find this place. Alright, this has got to be the right place because we were at the Jorgen farmstead. Let's see if we can get past these ravagers to the barn, which is where it's got to be one of these two buildings. Let's see what these things got. They're pretty damn huge, actually. And they can dodge a lot. So not too beefy, not too strong, but they have a tendency to dodge. They're Defias here as well. I guess, I mean, is this the barn? Could be. It could be this is not the place either. Maybe we gotta go further. Is their last name not, maybe we don't know their last name. For some reason I thought it was Jorgen. Interesting. Because this looks not much like a barn, but let's go check it out anyway. Here's a stump, right? But it's not behind anything. I'm gonna clear these guys out and just have a look around. But maybe do it in a way that we don't aggro the whole place. Yikes. Slowing poison and just nature damage poison. Not good. So these guys are dangerous. And she's gonna run, no doubt. She's gotta run, right? Yeah, there she goes. Come on. Oh, we can't get her. Oh, we pulled another one. Damn it. Let's heal with one of these potions we made. Okay, we gotta be careful here. Let's pull her back this way. Okay, these guys are scaring the hell out of me. Oh, are we gonna even get her? Is she gonna pull that guy? If she pulls that guy, we're dead. Okay, we're okay. Or not. I'm thinking because we're gonna have to put in all this effort, this is probably not gonna be the right place. I'm not even gonna bother looting that. I don't want to fight that guy. I'm gonna have to fight enough of them as it is. What are you? An enchanter? We could probably be ready to shield bash you. You might actually be easier to deal with. I got worried that we aggroed the guys inside this house. That was a terrifying moment. So these guys, each type can slow. The enchanters can slow you with ice. The rogues can slow you with poison. So them running away, it sucks when you're slowed. Obviously. This is a stump. It's behind a building that I don't believe... Oh, you son of a sneaky little jerk. Alright, I'm gonna get out of here. There's nothing behind this stump, and I don't believe that's actually a barn. I don't care that it says it's a farmstead. I don't want her to run towards that Nightsaber any more than I want her to run towards her own people, so... Let's back up over... Oh, shoot! Well, I wasn't looking! At least we're not slowed. Oh my gosh. Oh, this area sucks so bad. So great though. We're probably gonna die, and that'd be awesome. I don't think we've died in a while outside of dungeons. Think about that one. I could be totally wrong. We're due for a good death. That's all I'm saying. Alright, as I see it, we have only one more possibility here for where this farmhouse with the stump with the thing buried is at. And if we don't find anything there, we're going to have to reconsider our other options. So, let's see. Okay, so back over to the east is actually the Rotting Orchard, and that's where the Nightbane Shadow Weavers are for that quest. But nothing buried for Revenge for Sven. So we're back over here. We're going to give another look around the two places we've already been at. I just don't see many possibilities unless maybe it's much farther from the barn than we would think. Like, would it be up in the mountains? I don't know. There's a pathway up here, which is interesting in and of itself. But does it lead anywhere? I don't think so. No, it doesn't. Okay. So it's not hiding away back here at some random stump that we can never see. But maybe we can get like a perspective. If we can get up here, maybe? No, no, okay. This tree is like right in our way of getting any high ground perspective anyway. I don't see anything buried. I wonder, oh, look at that. It's just further away from the stump. I wonder if this is something like once a player loots it. Oh shit, no! We find the item and we aggro everything. We've been right back there before. I'm gonna try to run. I have no hope that we're gonna live, but we might if they reset. Now that we found the item, what I'm worried about is if another player grabs it, there's gonna be a respawn wait, I think, and maybe that's why it wasn't there to begin with. Maybe someone had just grabbed it, or maybe I'm just blind. The replay will tell the tale. But we know where it is now, if we can avoid aggroing everything. It seemed like once we were in range to click, we're going to aggro that mage. This guy might have been stealth, I don't know. I saw it and I got overly excited and forgot about everything else. Okay, we're slowed. Let's pull him way back. There's nothing back here. I think someone else just went into combat with this guy, so that's good for us. And we've got this to deal with. Oh shit! Oh, he killed that player and reset? Damn, we're dead. I thought, okay, someone's fighting him, we're good. No, that's not a good assumption to make. Awful. What a terrible assumption that we were good. Alright, we dealt with the mage, we're looting the item. I don't feel too bad for this guy because I just had to fight that mage, and to kill him I actually ended up blowing retaliation. So, we're good now, I think. A mound of dirt is here, hastily piled up as if someone had need of hiding. Something without much time to do it. Okay, let's grab this. Digging around through the mound, you find a small, dirt-stained book. The book has no title, but it has information Sven would like to know. Okay. Awesome. So, these guys are tough as nails. We're going to get out of here now, and we're going to take the book back to Sven. It's going to be quite a walk. Well, Sven, I don't know if a treasure buried in the ground is going to make up for your entire family literally being slaughtered, but if it makes you feel any better, we had to kill a bunch of guys to get to it. Now, we should maybe read this book first, I realize. Let's take a look. The terror of these past few weeks is almost more than I can bear. Yet, I feel that by writing down that which I've seen, I will somehow be comforted, so I do it. And it is the only comfort I have in these bleak days. It began with the finding of that cursed scythe in Roland's doom. Before the scythe, the terrors of this place seemed as tame as Northshire Valley, but ever since I found that haft of the scythe jutting from that pile of rubble in the mine and curse me pulled it free, Roland's doom became a place of vile death. After the scythe was freed, they came at us from everywhere, clawing from hidden holes at our feet and dropping upon us from silent perches above. Half our men fell in those first panicked minutes. The rest, including myself, tried to flee. As I ran, I saw so many of my brothers taken by tooth and claw, heard so many screams cut short or gurgled to silence. Can only guess why I survived that night. I have always been cautious, always quick to flinch from jabs and leap free of pitfalls. My nickname comes from this trait, so perhaps it was just that knack for caution that saved me. Or maybe it was the scythe I pulled from the rubble. It cannot be the scythe itself, for I lost it during my frantic flight. But if it was I who brought the Worgen to Duskwood, then perhaps the Worgen afforded me a rare courtesy. Curse them. After surviving the flight from Roland's Doom, I hid within a barn owned by a man named Sven. I spent a few days in the barn, and such horde lingered with me that I never once made myself known to Sven or his family. But from what I saw from my hiding place, I knew these farmers were quite decent folk. Had I stepped for my concealment, I think they would have taken me in. But trust is hard for me, harder still after the shock in the mine, so I remained hidden. The rest of the book is blank, so the mine, Roland's Doom, must be this big uncovered area right here. Somewhere in there. Unless it's one of these. That's an ogre mount. So that's very interesting. I'm sure we're going to go there. So this guy found the scythe. He pulled it free. The Worgen came. Killed everybody in the mine. He fled to Sven's place. And I wonder if that's what led to Sven's family getting killed. Sven reads the book's pages, then slams it shut. That shadowy figure I saw was a witness to my family's death. There are questions I'd like to ask that man, if only I knew who he was. The shadowy figure. I must know who was that skulker in the shadows I saw the night my family was killed. Please, you have shown your resourcefulness. Please find that shadowy figure. I must learn what secrets he holds. I do not have clues that you do not already know, but here, take the book you found at my farm. Perhaps some of the townsfolk can link this book with its owner. Okay. Yeah, that's really interesting. I'd love to know who he is. I also want to know more about the curse and the scythe. Very interesting. I think this is going to be a great place to take a little bit of a break. Hopefully by the time we come back, I'll have finished up these spider quests, and we can take all this back to Darkshire and turn everything in all at once. And see what chains from there. I'd like to keep following Sven's quest here until it is an orange or red quest. And then we can switch over to something else. But I'm very interested to find out more about what's going on here. I hope you guys are enjoying the series. Let me know what you think in the comments below, or any comments, critiques are always welcome. If you did like the video, feel free to give us a like. I really appreciate the support. Take care, and we'll see you again soon. Bye now.